Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us today during our KubeCon panel. My name is Laura Iskaros, she, her, and I'm the Employee Experience Manager at Replicated. Replicated helps software vendors deliver, distribute, and support their applications with Kubernetes in on-prem and cloud environments. Today, we're kicking off a panel to talk through remote work, our hiring processes, and our culture here at Replicated. And as the employee experience manager here at Replicated, I was so excited to be asked to moderate this panel. To me, a great employee experience is summed up by being a workplace that people want to join and that people want to stay at. And so one of the main reasons I personally chose to join Replicated is because of how we truly embrace flexible distributed work. Our team has a global presence and we're currently hiring all across the US, UK, Canada, Israel, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Australia, and we're even exploring Spain. Our leaders champion natural culture shifts and embrace diversity, knowing that building a team with a variety of perspectives, backgrounds, cultures, and experiences produces innovative and optimal results as individuals and as a team. So I am so excited to hand it off to the panelists of Replicated leaders to introduce themselves. Please tell us your name, pronouns, where you're based, and your role. And Dalia, I'll start with you.
Great. Hey, everyone. My name is Dalia Havens. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the VP of Engineering here at Replicated, and I am located in Austin.
Awesome. Now, Haley.
Hey everyone, my name is Haley Boone. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the Director of People Operations. I am based in Phoenix, Arizona.
Thanks. And Nikki?
Hi, I'm Nikki Rouda. I'm a VP of Product Marketing here. I am he, him, and I'm based just outside Seattle, Washington.
And finally, Reuben, how about you?
Hey, thank you, Laura. Yeah, Reuben White, he, him, VP General Manager EMEA, and I'm based in Wiltshire, England.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. And now I will begin asking a series of questions. So I'll start with Dalia. What is important to you in building a distributed team and culture, and how does that play into what you're hiring for?
Yeah, for me, a great remote culture is one that truly empowers the individuals to focus on doing their work, but also is a result-oriented culture. So not about, how many hours you're clocking in or where you're, coming to an office to do your work. So really allowing that environment to be flexible, result-oriented, and supportive of the people. There is something to being able to bring yourself to work and being an individual that requires a company to really act with that first, distributed first mindset. And I really love that we've made a decision to create that environment. We fully support it and we want to continue to invest in it.
Awesome. And Nikki, how about you? Same question. What's important to you in building this distributed team and culture?
Yeah, for me, I've worked remotely most of my 25 years in tech with teams around the globe. This isn't a new thing I was thrust into during the pandemic. It's just been part of my career. What I've learned is if you have a shared vision, it's really a plus. People can figure out how they want to execute on that. What really matters is that people feel engaged. They're bought into it. They know what goals they're trying to work towards, and they are empowered to go hit that. Nobody wants to spend hours each day commuting. Let people know what the plan is and what their role is and let them contribute.
Awesome. Thank you so much. My next question is, what are you most excited about for Replicated's strategic direction in 2022 and beyond? And I'll ask this to Reuben.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. So I joined Replicated in late 2021, and certainly in terms of making that decision, it was very much about my excitement around where Replicated can go forward. If I break that down a little bit, everyone knows about SaaS and everyone knows that SaaS is growing, but the on-premise market is 4 times as big as the SaaS market is today and is continuing to grow. In fact, a survey last year of 92% of the software vendors that were surveyed said that their on-premise business was still growing and accelerating in that growth. Why is that? Well, there's a number of reasons. When we look at data residency with all the individual countries, those requirements are growing and becoming far more stipulated and required each time. When we look at the increase in security requirements and security threats that are going on in the world today, combined with the ever larger fines if there is a breach of your data, many industries and in fact many individual companies are now turning back and looking at on-premise, certainly for their core critical bits of their business. When I look a little bit further ahead into the future, where I really see us going is where those large enterprises, particularly working in the regulated industries, when they're going out through an RFP process, I'm looking forward to Replicated being a prerequisite for any software that's going to be deployed in their environment. That's what gets me up in the morning. That's what makes me excited to be here at Replicated.
Thank you, Reuben. And, we have these great product and engineering teams here at Replicated to help us in that direction. So my next question is, what are some of the exciting challenges our product and product marketing teams, and then also our engineering teams, are taking on this year? And I'll start with Nikki for product and product marketing.
Yeah, it's a great question. Recently, we've been focusing on our biggest and some of our most creative customers and some customer sprints. I think the goal here is if we listen to our customers, the features that come out will serve everyone. So we definitely want to continue to emphasize things that are important to our product, like security and scale and ease of use. But the vision is really around how do we help modernize the distribution and consumption of private, secure, reliable applications, and anything we can do that'll help reduce the friction for the vendors and their enterprise customers. That's where we want to end up. So these sprints are a great opportunity to go engage, hear directly from our customers what they're struggling with, where they want to go, and how we can help them get there.
Thanks, Nikki. And then Dalia, how about our engineering team? What are some exciting challenges this year?
Yeah, and I mean, building on a lot of what Nikki said, it's so exciting to focus on our customers because they definitely bring in the most important lens to the product. I am equally excited about the opportunity to continue to partner with them on sort of our engineering-led support product side of the offering as well. So like there's a lot of things that we're taking on. It's really exciting for what we're building, also what we're contributing back in the open source projects that are out there. So I looking forward to a lot of the team deliverables and what they end up focusing on building.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. And next, we're going to go into some culture and values questions. So the Replicated core values are care deeply, trusting, trusted, and long-term. So I'm curious, what are some ways you're inspired by the ways we demonstrate these values at Replicated? And Dalia, I'll start again with you.
Yeah, my favorite one, not that they're all great and I love them, but the one I'd like to speak on is long-term. It really, I see it in how we interact with each other. I see it in how we interact with our customers, with everyone actually that crosses our path, and candidates. Like that's something that I think we do take into account, a great candidate experience, because we absolutely value that long-term, the relationships that we keep, the experiences that we have. We also do embody that in the way that we think about building a product. We don't focus only on like the short-term wins, and we really try to balance out the value long-term. What we bring to our customers is taken into account.
Yeah, and Nikki, I know you're relatively new at Replicated, but I'd like to know your answer to that question. How do our values, how do we demonstrate them here at Replicated?
One thing I've been struck by is every week as part of the Monday all hands. First of all, it's great that we have a whole company all hands every week. But we talk openly about where the company is going. The last 3 weeks in a row, our CEO stood up there and talked about our vision and strategy and what it means for people. And I think that long-term vision, I mean, some of these are things we want to do 5-10 years out, but hearing about it and reinforcing it and giving people a chance to ask questions really kind of emphasizes that. We've highlighted new customers. We've heard how one customer is building for NASA water cooling systems for launch pads. Super cool to hear that and hear how it goes in the real world. It makes you think about what the customers are and what they're doing. We think about our new capabilities. We do product demos so we can understand what we've built, how it applies to our customers. And then what's really interesting to me, I've never seen this before, is we capped off with these small group breakouts and we just share adventures and bits from our personal lives. Honestly, it felt really odd at first. I've been at companies where I worked for years and didn't really know that much personally about my coworkers. We were great collaborators, but we didn't feel that sense of caring in the same way here. But it's been a great way to learn about everybody as whole individuals and kind of celebrate all the amazing things people in this company are doing in their personal lives as well as at work.
I totally agree with you. And then Haley, what about you?
Absolutely. So our core values, I think, are personally so incredible. Our company really embodies them in everything that we do, and we're a true values-led organization. whether it be, a new program that we're putting into place or a conversation that we're having with a teammate or even a new hire, trusting trusted is a huge part of that. And that starts from the top down with Grant, our awesome CEO. He hires people and teams that he trusts, and he wholly commits to supporting them in their roles for their department, and is so happy to offer guidance when and where requested. But in the end, he trusts us to do our job and enables us to make decisions that support the company goals. And that's incredibly important.
I agree with what everybody said. I think this is a very special values-driven culture. And then my next question is, what is something uniquely special about Replicated's remote culture to you? And Reuben, I will start with you.
Sure. Thank you, Laura. The first thing I'd like to say really is that we're remote by design and not remote because of COVID. And really that goes into all the thinking that we're going through in how we interact with each other and how we connect with each other. One output of this that's really special to me is our ability to work from anywhere. Now, I've heard many companies say this before, but I've never really seen it like it works here at Replicated. Do you want to work from Spain one week? No problem. Italy the following week, Croatia the third week, not a problem. As long as you can deliver on your work commitments, you can go out and enjoy yourself. Just make sure you do enjoy the sunshine.
Thanks. And that totally resonates with me because I'm calling out of a co-working space in Brazil, even though I'm based out of New York. So totally agree. Nikki, same question for you. Something uniquely special about our remote culture.
Look, I'm still new here, but I found that everyone from the founders throughout any one role in the company, they're really going out of their way to help each other. Any questions I've had, anything I've been stuck on, there's always been someone willing to take some time out of their busy schedule to help. On my first day, there was something I was confused on, and they got directed to the wiki, and they said, there's no page on that, create something so that you can help others. So the next person comes along with that question can quickly find an answer. So it's been really fun. Nobody's guarding their knowledge. They're really sharing and want everyone to truly be successful.
I agree. Collaboration is one of our greatest tools here at Replicated. My next question is about our perks and benefits, because we do have some great ones. So Haley, what are some of those awesome benefits and perks that Replicated offers to our employees, including to our international team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really, I'm excited to highlight this, that we have a really generous home office reimbursement policy. We are a fully distributed team. We don't have a home-based office that people can come in and out of. And so our leadership was incredibly intentional in creating a program that would meet the needs of our teams. So with that in mind, we localize programs to help support those needs. So in addition to, the normal tech setup where you get your laptop, the keyboards, and, normal reimbursements such as mobile and internet, we've created an annual budget that goes towards your working space to make that feel good for you and enable you to do your best work, whatever that looks like, whether you're in a co-working space in Brazil or you're at home in Phoenix. Something else that I really love personally is we have a learning budget. That's incredibly important to our culture, to always be learning. And so it's an annualized budget to let people, we want to support their growth. We want to support their learning, let them find projects that are interesting to them. And I really love the way that we're willing to support each individual needs of the team members. And, as they grow and change and evolve with the company's changing, the employees change, and their needs change as well. So I really love that we are always willing to, our leadership is really willing to invest in us, and you can't ask for more.
It's true. There's just such an empowerment from the leaders to their teams to work on their personal and professional development here. And that's something I really admire. Thank you all. I have one last question. It's a rapid fire. It'll be quick. So how would you describe Replicated in 3 words? Nikki, I'll start with you.
When I was choosing Replicated, I looked at over 30 companies. I have a whole spreadsheet of them. And I really looked at it like a VC would. I looked at it as a great team, a great product, and a great market opportunity. Those are my words, but you can feel this is going to be huge. Even if the world economy slows, it's all the more important that vendors and enterprises work together smoothly, and we help make that happen.
Awesome. And Reuben, 3 words, Replicated.
Sure. For me, it's success, innovation, and inclusivity.
Amazing. Dalia?
I picked smart, humble, and fun.
And finally, Haley.
I picked exciting, collaborative, and intentional.
I agree with everything you all said. Thank you so much, all of you, for taking the time today. And we are hiring across engineering, product and product marketing, and sales. And if anyone is curious about our open positions at Replicated, please check out our careers page, or you can reach out to jobs@replicated.com. Thank you so much, everybody.